Hi there, TGIF from me, that is. Happy Friday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for you, and congratulations. The fact that you are watching and listening to this video means that you are still actively engaged in your health and wellness program, and that means you are going to see results. You've all seen results so far. Some have had great results, some have had really good results. I guarantee you, you will see all the inches and weight loss you're looking for if you just stay with the program. And hopefully everybody got to read my email on Friday. We were talking about goals and the assessment. And before I go into detail about that, I want to reiterate once more that I don't pontificate. I will never say, oh, you should do this or you should do that. This video, any email is about me, my journey, my trials, my tribulations, my foibles, my weaknesses, my strengths, my goals. And the hope is that in my journey you will see an element of your life and you can say, you know what, he's got a point there, that's a good idea, a good strategy. Maybe I will do that because it worked for him, or I won't do that because it didn't work for him. So I just want you to understand is I'm not saying, I will never say you should do that or you should do this. So let's get back to the goals bit. I'm the first person to admit that when it comes to goals, I'm not going to say I suck, but I'm really bad. And it shows because I'm 51 years old, beautiful wife, 2.5-year-old son, hopefully another child this year, next year. I have no idea where I'm going to be next week, let alone in 10, 20 years' time. And I know I have to do something about my goal setting process. So I'm studying and reading books, listening to tapes, etc., with a plan of going away and doing that. And through the week I was listening to and reading, and a couple of things really hit home, really hard for me, made me really think. And one was, the simple question was, when you set a goal, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, why? That sucked, because that made me really think. Then the next one was Tony Robbins. I quite like, I was listening to it in the car, and he said, every time I do this lecture, people always say to me, well, hold on, Tony, it's easy for you, you're so motivated, your life is different, and they rabbit on about stuff like that. And he said, hold on a second. No. The difference between me and other people when it comes to goals is, I have big, bold, accountable, accomplishable, obvious goals, and I work towards them with a plan and a strategy and a structure. Other people, their goals are impotent. And again, that just really made me realize how I spend a lot of my life. Although it may look great, it's not necessarily where I want it to be. And so I'm thinking about that, and I'm also thinking about, I have a client that he pays me to run with him, which is not a bad gig. And he is what you would consider to be your classic success story, retired, 45, multimillionaire, house, cars, wife, kids, world vacations, all of that stuff. And we were out running, and it was one of those where we talked about goals, and I said to him that in my perspective, my life comes from health and fitness, and it always will. I will always revert back to health and fitness. And the reason is, I don't care how much money he's got in the bank, how many cars he's got, what his 401k is, what his IRA is, all of those things, his vacations, if he's dead. And that's really, and it hit home for him as well, because he's out of shape. He needs to lose a lot of weight. And it's all in vain if he's dead, like, as I talked about in other videos, my brother-in-law, who died at 51. So I'm looking at my life and looking at those situations. I have some props with me. I'm going to see if I can bring them up here. Because when it comes to goals, I've got lots of them. These are great courses and 96-hour video lectures on the rise and fall of the British Empire and the history of the English language. This is the harmonica that I asked for Christmas 2 years ago. Can't play it because I picked it up a half dozen times. Here's my Kindle with lots of books on that I haven't read. And here, these I asked for. Whoa, they're heavy. I asked for them as presents for either Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, something like that. Whoa. What's the point? Well, they didn't get me anywhere. All they did was allow me to squander my time in a day without working towards some big, bold, and accountable goals. That's why when I told you last week about the half Ironman triathlon, that's different. That's not just me saying I'm going to exercise and eat. It means on September 26th, I'm going to be in the water at 7 a.m. and I'll be able to swim 1.2, ride 56, and run 13.1 miles. Because I have a plan, a strategy, a structure, a date of completion. I have all of those things. It will be a success. So let's come back to the observation that I had. If your goals on your assessment were to lose weight and you would feel good, that's okay with you, that's okay. But I believe it may be time to look at those goals and elaborate. How much weight? When? What's it going to feel like? How are we going to accomplish that? Again, that's just me, my impression. I'm going to sign off with the usual. Make it a great week of healthy nutrition and exercise, and I'll see you next week. And if you hear me walking around, it's because I couldn't figure out how to clip this video.